Okay. We have wait, worry, forgive, different, fall in love, thank, and one more. Sorry. Whatever. Okay, very nice. Well, let me give you 1 minute. And in 1 minute, try to figure out the preposition the most suitable preposition that you would use with any of these verbs, except with the expression differ a verb. In that case, it would be be different. That is the verb. But anyway, let's use it only different. Ready? Let me give you 1 minute, please, and try to come up with the preposition. 1 minute. Okay, ready? Well, let us analyze what we have. Oh, well, first of all, is there any new word here? Are all of these verbs clear to you? No questions, no doubt about the verb?
No, teacher.
Verbs? Moises, questions about the verbs? No?
Teacher.
Can I what?
Can
Yes.
I say something? I don't listen to you too good, like your Wi-Fi, or I don't know, but it's like se corta.
Okay. It's unstable. All
Yeah.
right. Thank you, Michelle. Well, let me see what I can do. Because if it's technical problems, there is not much we can do. But maybe it's the microphone, you know. Thank you. Okay, can everyone hear me? Yes? Okay, let us try to check. Wait, opinions.
Wait
for.
Definitely. Worry.
To.
No.
About.
With.
With. No. About. Forgive. Remember that here we need a person. For example,
Forgive me.
me. And then
Different to.
for. Okay. Forgive me for, remember, me is just the person that we need to include, but this is not exactly the preposition. The preposition is for. What about different? Different.
Different to.
Different to? Different from.
Oh, from.
Different from. Okay, fall in love.
With. Of. Or with.
Okay, again, thank is a kind of verb, which is the expression where we say the person, for example, thank you. And
Thank
then?
you for.
For. Very nice. Yes. Okay, and the last one?
Be sorry.
About.
Be sorry?
Or.
About. No, we will say again for. All right, very nice. So these are the prepositions: wait for, worry about, forgive someone for, different from, fall in love with, thank the person for, and be sorry for. Remember that here, the only one way, and I think I made this recommendation last session, the only one way to master repeating them. The more you repeat, the more the easier will be for you to remember these prepositions. You simply have to say, listen to, talk about, arrive at, depend on, similar to. And in that way, you will be memorizing the prepositions. Ready? Let's repeat. Wait for. Come on, try to repeat. Wait for.
Wait for.
What?
Worry about.
Worry about.
Forgive for.
Forgive.
Forgive for.
Different from.
Different from.
Fall in love with.
Fall in love with.
Thank for.
Thank
Be sorry for.
Be sorry for.
Okay. Now, very quickly, so we can finish with this. This mini exercise, all what you need to do is to complete the examples using the best preposition. Ready? D. Fatima, would you like to read D, please?
Can you explain this
Can you
for me?
No.
To me?
to me?
Right. Last one, anybody? Moises?
About.
Would you like to try? Okay. Now read the sentence. Very nice. So, in other words, what is his opinion about the problem? Well done. Okay, so this is the way we will be working with these prepositions. And when we go into the book, this is exactly what you will have to do with the exercise in the book. Just fill in the blanks using the most appropriate prepositions. Questions?
No.
Practice. There is not much we can do. It's simply practice. You need to get familiar with those prepositions. Well, then, let us continue. Before we go into the next topic that we saw last class, because remember that last class we were also working with relative pronouns, which is the new topic for us. Remember that last class we said relative pronouns are words that we use to connect.
Who?
Okay, that is the one that we saw, the relative pronoun who, which talks about
Person.
right. Okay, so that means that the sentences that we join, may I erase this? The things about prepositions, may I erase?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Okay, remember that the only one that we have, and then we said, well, if the relative pronoun is referring to people, we need to use who, exclusively who. And from that one, we will be using relative clauses. Okay, the purpose of relative clauses, remember, is to connect two or more German. Albert Moss, a German scientist, period. He developed the relativity theory. Okay, so let's suppose that we have two sentences like this. Einstein was a German scientist. He developed the relativity theory. Remember that there is no problem with having two sentences. It's okay, and that's fine. But it's better if we have all the information in only one sentence. If we are referring to the same person, in this case, Einstein, and in this case, he, remember that here I will have to eliminate and insert so as to connect. What would it be the idea here? Could anybody please tell me?
Teacher, sorry.
What?
Tengo una duda.
Okay.
¿Seguiríamos usando el who o el whose? Porque, pues, ok, por el tiempo en el que estamos hablando ahí.
No. We will be using who because we are simply substituting this, he.
Ok.
Just because we are talking about the
No,
same person. Somebody was trying to say, Einstein what?
Einstein who was
Who is a German scientist?
science?
Sorry. Einstein. Who?
Who
Is or who was? Who was?
Who was a German scientist?
German science.
German scientist.
Uh-huh.
Develop
Okay.
the relative
The relative
Theory.
theory.
Theory. Okay, that's fine. Is there any second version that we may have from the same sentence?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
Einstein, who developed the relative theory, comma, was a German scientist.
Theory. Was a German scientist. Okay, and remember that here, in this particular case here, it's not possible to connect the sentence in the middle. Why? Because it doesn't make sense. We can say, Einstein was a German scientist. Oh, well, it is also possible, probably, yeah. Einstein was a German scientist who developed the who developed the relativity theory. In this case, just remember, if we are, this case is possible, just make sure you change this for an article that. Einstein was a German scientist who developed the relativity theory. Now, you probably may say, well, and what is the purpose of learning relative clauses? Well, so as to make a conversation more interesting. Imagine, for example, that you are talking to a person and then you say, you know what, yesterday, and this is in the conversation, yesterday you said, I read about Einstein. And then the other person probably says, Einstein. Okay, who's he? Well, and with this information now you can give a further explanation. And this is where you can say, oh, well, Einstein. And then Einstein was a German scientist who developed the relativity theory. And with this one, you will make your conversation, but also more relevant, because you are adding extra information. Now, remember that in order for us to know if the relative clause was well done, we simply need to eliminate something, the extra information, because this is the extra information. And when you are eliminating the extra information, you must have a logical sentence. If the remaining sentence is not logical, then the sentence time. And then the additional information is who developed the relativity theory. If I eliminate this, I have a logical sentence. Einstein was a German scientist. So that is the purpose. If you eliminate the extra information and then you have a logical remained sentence, okay, then the relative clause is well done. If this is not the case, then this, got it? Now remember that sometimes it's possible to obtain only one version. Some other times it's possible to obtain 2 or even 3, not always, but even 3 different versions. Let's see an example, but an easy or a simple example. If I say a carpenter is a person, obviously, with wood. Okay, or maybe, what is a chef? Okay, chef. Okay, in a restaurant. Okay, let's suppose that we have these 2 easy definitions. Well, okay, here we are simply connecting. This is the easiest one. A carpenter is a person, and we eliminate the period works with wood? Well, the same happens in the chef. A chef is someone who cooks in a restaurant. In this case, these are the easiest examples. Unfortunately, there is only one possible version. There is no way we can get 2 or 3.
Miss, but in the sentence, a carpenter is también eliminamos la A, ¿no? Y ponemos de.
Positions.
Well, if we are talking about a specific carpenter, for example, let's suppose. Okay, let me give you an example like the one that you are saying. Let's suppose that in this case, I have a carpenter came yesterday. Okay, he repaired what? The stairs. Let's suppose that you have this sentence. And in this case, a carpenter is a person in general. If you know who the carpenter is, then you will have to be more specific. And this is when you need to change a for the that. And so the carpenter that came yesterday, comma, repaired the stairs. It is to change the a for the article da because you are referring not to any singular, not to any carpenter, but to a definite carpenter. So here you are simply emphasizing that the carpenter, which carpenter? The one that came yesterday, exactly that one. And in the other is a general. But yes, sometimes you will have to change this a for the article da. It's better.
Okay.
Hello. Okay, let me give you this example. I can't remember if it was, well, let's suppose 1969. I'm not very sure. Sorry. Let's
For example, it could
suppose
be
Neil obviously was an astronaut.
Neil was an astronaut who landed on the moon in 1969. Could
Of
be.
course. Yes, of course. Say it again.
Okay, Neil Armstrong was an astronaut who landed on the moon in 1969.
Right. And that's all what you need to do. In this case, you are connecting was an astronaut who landed on the moon. Now, yes, you can show in 1969. Now, in this particular case, Manuel, we will have to make this little change that one of your classmates was suggesting. He was an astronaut. Okay, a little bit more specific. The astronaut who landed on the moon, not any astronaut, the astronaut precisely who landed on the moon. And this is where the change comes.
Okay. It's more logical. It has more sense.
Let's say-
more sense.
And more appropriate, probably. Yeah. In the end, kids, if you forget, for example, on the exam, if you forget to make this little change, don't worry. I won't penalize it. But it's better if you start practicing changing and adding so it can your example can look more appropriate. That is a reason.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, dear. Is it clear for everyone? Questions?
Yeah, teachers.
Yes. So is the relative pronoun who perfectly clear for everyone? Included Manuel?
Yes,
Yes. Okay.
very clear. Thank you.
All right. For the rest of you, dear? Everybody?
Yes. Teacher. Yes,
Dime. Thank you. Okay, had, yes. Oh, no. Of course. Of course that we will see. Well, you see, what is not included? Let me introduce all of them, but we are not checking them today. No, we will see them little by little. The relative pronouns, let me just put them here, the whole family. Okay, the relative pronouns are that, which, where, when, and whose. The only one that we are not checking in this level will be whom. Why not? Because I prefer having my students in level 4 to see the pronoun whom. In this particular case, I am not including this pronoun, but we will see the rest of them. The 6 pronouns, who, that, which, where, when, whose, we'll see them. What Jose Eduardo is not, right? The pronouns are. Now, which one of these is referring to people? Tell me, which one of these is referring to people? Who? Which of these is referring to animals or things?
Subjects, no? Or objects or animals, no?
Animals, things, or objects, which are the which and that. Referring to places?
Where is for places?
Yep, for time.
When?
Okay. And possessives?
With subject, no? Or possessions.
Possessives, whose. Okay, so this is the entire family. And of course that we will cover the entire family. Before the first part, have seen all of them, and you will have learned to work with all of them. Right? But yes, we will do it, Jose Eduardo, little by little. Not all of them are at the same time because they are pretty tough. They are confusing. So that is why I prefer you to take through this path little by little, and eventually you will master all of them.
Okay, Miss. Thanks for the give me the answer. Thank you.
Okay. Well, then let us continue. Before we go into the book, let us just work with 2 sentences. Is everything okay? This will be very quick. Only 2 sentences. I will give you 2 sentences so you can join them in only one, using obviously the relative pronoun who, only who. Okay. I can't remember exactly if this is the correct spelling for Phelps, but okay, who cares? Okay, let's suppose these are two sentences. I need you to choose only one, the one that you prefer. We are going to connect them and you will give me your own version. But you will give me your own version in 1 minute, but we will go into the chat, into the Zoom chat. So choose the one that you prefer. Feel free to choose A or B. It doesn't matter. It's the same. This is Olympics. Yes, dear.
Michael first is from USA, no Australia.
Okay, thank you. Let us change this American. Thank you, dear. Checking that, could you please check the year where Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin, please? I can't remember. I never remember if it's 21, 26, or what. So, but the year when he, you see, this is a relative clause. The year when he discovered penicillin, please.
Wait a second.
I thought that Michael Phelps was Australian.
1928.
Okay. So this is, thank you.
Yes,
information. Imagine the teacher is saying something. Yeah, 1928. Yeah, I don't know why I have an obsession for 1921. Okay. Well, so Alexander,
Really?
yes. Okay. Don't tell me the answer. No yet. Can I stop sharing?
What?
Can I stop sharing? Can I remove this?
Yes.
Yes, may I? Everybody, Noemi? Can I stop sharing? Can I remove? Okay. Thank you. Then, let me see your sentence, please, on the chat. Don't worry. And at the end, he or she will have to do it. Well, let us go into the vocabulary. This is the very first part of the vocabulary we will be checking for this unit. An English doctor who discovered penicillin. Okay, Jesus, that's fine. When did Emily mean? Well, I don't know. Maria Emilia, what do you prefer, Maria or Emilia?
I prefer Mare. It's my nickname.
Mare.
Mare.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, I'll have it into consideration. Well, that's new for me, but it's okay. It's okay. So this is gonna be Mare. All right, that's fine. Thank you, dear. Well, let us check vocabulary. Listen carefully. Is it possible for everyone to visualize the screen? Can everybody? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the one that we will find in Unit 8 and is technology vocabulary. From now on, the vocabulary will be seen in this class with definitions, not with translations. I won't give you the translation for the following words. You will have to figure out that translation in your mind. I will simply give you the definition. That is what I will give you, the definition. Now, on the exam, I will include and have to work with example. So you will have to learn both the application and the definition, both of them. Right now, let me give you the pronunciation and then eventually we will match the definition. Actually, I will give you this paper and I will put it on the Aprende. No, not on the Aprende, sorry, on the Bright Space in the content section. So you can find it there. But I won't give you the translation. I will teach you how to use the vocabulary. Okay, so we have shift, die out, download, blog, write, awareness, survive, subscribe, upload, get, neglect, connect, login, set up, and find out. Ready? Once again, find out, set up, login, connect, neglect, get, upload, subscribe, survive, awareness, write, blog, download, die out, and shift. Could anybody please for me? Anybody?
Waiting answer or what?
Pronounce
Just the
the
pronunciation.
every word.
Yes, Noemi, please.
Oh, me. Shift, die out, download, blog, write, awareness, survive, subscribe, upload, get, neglect, connect, log in, set up, find out.
Very nice. Thank you. Anyone else? Any other volunteer?
I can do it.
Sure.
I try. Okay. Shift, die out, download, blog, write, awareness, survive, subscribe, upload, get, neglect, connect, login, set up, find out.
Neglect, remember. Very nice. Then let us try to match the definitions. Ready? For example, become less common and finally disappear. Okay, it is missing. Disappear. We have the word die out. This one. Die out will be the word which is, or that can be definition, something that is becoming less common and finally it disappears, so in the end, die out. What may die out? Plants, animals, people, races, cultures, etc. Okay, not pay attention to. Opinions, not pay attention to. Any ideas? Neglect. Okay, this one, neglect.
What means neglect?
Okay, so this is when you don't pay attention to something. If you remember well, for example, Alexander Fleming neglected to do the dishes, to wash the dishes. So he was like, later on. And in the end, he discovered penicillin. Mothers, for example, shouldn't neglect children. So they should always be paying attention to children. So this is neglect. Neglect.
Yeah, but
is when you abandon, when you don't.
I think that part is, yeah, forget it. That's okay. I get it.
All right. Thank you. Remember that most of them are verbs except for this one. This is not a verb. Okay. Start or open something new. Well, if we start a business or if we start a new project, okay, in that case, it will be set up. Okay, or open something new, that will be set up. When you go online, ideas. When
Connect.
you go online.
Login.
For me?
Subscribe.
Login or connect?
Subscribe, no. I would say connect. I think it's better. Connect. Okay. Find something online and move it into your computer. Ideas.
Download.
Download.
Okay. Download. Right. And then we move it into the computer. Or on the contrary, put something on the internet. So no, not really. Some other people write. So this is upload. Upload. For example, when the teacher uploads the exercises on Brightspace, so that means that she puts them so all the students can see or read them. A change in something. Ideas. A change in
Awareness.
Right.
All right.
No.
Awareness.
No. A change in something.
Shift.
Oh, shift.
Even Nissan company says shift to future or something like that. Okay, so this is a change. Something that changes from one thing to like switch, for example. That is also a shift, is also a switch. Enter a site which is protected using your own personal info. Okay.
Login. Rock.
And that will be probably this one. Okay. Enter a site which is protected. Login. Using your own personal information. Now, yes, knowledge or understanding of a situation. Ideas.
Survive?
No.
Find out.
No.
Awareness.
Awareness, right. Remember that awareness is the conscious of a situation that we have when you are aware of the problem. A diary page on internet.
Blog.
Yes, definitely. Is the blog. What is it here? Is the blog. So this is a page on internet. Okay. Join a mailing list or pay a fee, money, so that you can regularly get material from a website.
Subscribe.
Yeah, definitely. Subscribe. Okay. Subscribe. Continue to live or exist in a difficult situation.
Survive.
Survive, definitely. Continue to live or exist in a situation. Survive. We need a different color. Okay. Survive. Okay. To make letters or
Find out?
numbers.
Right?
Right. Okay. Okay, so this is right. Well, obtain or receive.
Get?
Yes, definitely. Obtain or receive. Get. Okay, I think I'm missing one. Okay, let me eliminate then to get some information. So this is not included.
I know.
Yeah, this is find out, but find out is not, is it? Oh, yes, it's here. Oh, sorry. I thought that it was not here. Oh. Oh my God. Okay, this is to, I think it's to get some information. Okay.
Find out.
Or somebody. Find out by asking. Yes, it will be this one, find out. Okay, well, these are the definitions for these 8 verbs. The important here is that we are able to match the definition to the word, but mainly that we can apply and we can use this word in the real context. Okay, let me show you the page of the book where this vocabulary comes from. You don't need to take a picture and you don't need to copy because eventually I will upload it but I will upload it in colors, right? So it can be easy for you to identify the answers. Is that okay? Yes? Okay, let us try to repeat, please. If it's possible for you, let's repeat. Shift.
Shift.
Okay. Die out.
Out.
Download.
Download.
Blog. Write.
Right.
Awareness.
Awareness.
Survive.
Survive.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Upload.
Upload.
Get. Neglect.
Neglect.
Connect.
Connect.
Login.
Login.
Set up.
Set up.
Find out.
Find out.
Find out.
The page, the book page. where we need to identify this. Okay. Well, there it is. This is going to be page 94. Let me zoom. Okay, and here, of course that here they are simply giving you 2, 4, 6, 8 verbs because the other verbs come on some other pages. All right, and then eventually we will have to complete these sentences using these vocabulary words here. As you can see, all of these are verbs. The same: set up, connect, download, subscribe, login, upload, search, and write. If you don't have the book yet, you may take a picture of this with those verbs and those sentences. So if you like, come on, take a picture of it. This is not homework, no, because eventually we will do it here in class. But anyway, it's good for you if you want to practice with those verbs.
Teacher, we have to buy the book, or how can I get it?
Well, everybody usually buys the book, buy it physically, paper-based or electronic. It's up to you. That we are using the book, yes. That I will share the book with you, yes. That you will probably need to do the book, to do the homework, not really. Because the homework, I will send you the exercises and you will do them. And that is the one that I will count for homework. What you probably need the book for is not only to follow my class, but also to access
To write the answers.
the platform. There are some activities that I call my LT, and those activities are part of the platform, and this is when you need the book for. But it's up to you. It's up to you if you want to buy the book, or if you simply want to follow here in the class and then do everything at hand. It is also up to you. The problem probably.
Or
I will give you the information about the bookshop, and I will put it on the chat, on the WhatsApp chat. Is that okay?
yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So you have that information. Okay. Well, did everybody get the picture of this? So we can start practicing?
Yeah.
All right. Well, remember that last class, I asked you one question. Last class, if you remember well, I told you, I put the question, I think on the chat. Why do you think technology is important to you? Did anybody copy the question that I put here on
No,
the chat?
I
No?
don't
Nobody?
remember the questions.
Oh, really? Well, so in that case, so I didn't give you the question, Mami?
No.
I didn't give you the question. And then I told you, okay, you are going to think about the topic and then you will explain it to me? Really? No? Jose Eduardo? No, I didn't do it?
No.
Okay.
No, miss.
Okay. Don't panic. If fight group, and I may have forgotten to include it with you. Okay. Well, anyway, we will do it, but don't panic. Everything will be fine. Let me see if I can move this. Wait. Let me close this. Okay. So the question is, why do you think technology is important for us nowadays?
At this moment, I think to take this class,
For me?
the university.
Oh, well, okay, hang on. Why do you think technology is important? Okay, there is a question, kids. Why do you think technology is important for us nowadays? Well, I just want you to think about a possible answer. Let me give you only 1 minute for you to try about the question. Why do you think technology is important for us nowadays? I just need a simple answer. Don't complicate your lives. I just need to hear you. But the person who is speaking will have to turn on the camera, right? You can tell me anything you like. The important is that is something logical about this question. Why do you think technology is important for us? So for people nowadays. Okay, let me give you 1 minute for you to analyze it. Ready? Think about it. Try to coordinate your ideas. Yes, just give me your opinion. That's all what you need to do. Don't panic. Only one thing, you can't ask me anything.
In the chat or
No, we will do it orally.
Oral.
It's going to be a simple idea, or we are going to talk about it, or it's a simple idea, a simple
Just
sentence.
say, Manuel, as much as you can. If you want to tell me only one sentence, fine. If you want to, the maximum that I can give you is 1 minute, the maximum. So you have to organize your ideas and speak as much as possible. Kids, this is for you to show me how much English you know. That is the purpose of this speaking practice, because it is a speaking
Will I
practice.
talk?
Yeah, it's talking, dear. Simply talking.
Okay.
Organize your ideas. You can't read anything, nothing. You will have to turn on the camera, look at, you have to make eye contact with me, right? And then think about it, organize your ideas. We have 1 minute. Yes? Okay.
I feel the technology. Okay, all the technology and all like that is important for us, for the people, for humanity in these days, because it's important for continue with some things, with the life in all the aspects. Other thing is a tool for humanity now, and I feel it's practical for every day and for do the things more easy. I feel it's important for us and for all humanity in general.
That's fine. Thank you, dear. Somebody else?
Me.
Yes,
me.
Noemi. Ready, Noemi.
Thank you. Sorry. Well, for me, I think about the technology is important for everybody because the technology help to give communication with all, and we can looking information about anything or for the school or for the actually anything works. And actually with the pandemics, the technology is the
Thank you, Noemi. Noemi, thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you very much. Oh, that's okay, dear. That's okay. Thank you. Jose Eduardo, you continue. Okay. Thank you. Anyone else? Yes, you have.
Okay, for me, it is important that it is always used and that classes are held online, since at any time everything will have to do with technology, yeah, and like many jobs will already be with poor technology.
Mhm.
In the future or in the last years.
Thank you. Anyone? Yes, Manuel.
Thank you. I think technology is very important for me, and because in the last years, technology is too helpful to connect to make connect the people. For example, you can see this is a best example. We are talking class and taking a class by Zoom for the jobs, for the anything. The social needs is too important to make transaction in banks or something. And how says Noemi, and recently by the pandemic, is too important because the most of things we are doing right now is by technology. So it's too important to survive, to live right now. I think so. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Thank you. Mhm. Anyone else?
Me, teacher.
Yes, Jimmy.
Yeah, I think the technology is everything because in our days is to help us to have more to knowledge and study, meet people, or have a good time for the entertainment, like Netflix, Amazon.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Next.
Me,
Ready,
teacher.
Yes, dear.
I don't know, maybe it has always been important, but I think lately it has been more important because it always us too close to our loved ones. I don't know.
Okay. Next. Next.
Hi, teacher.
Tanya? Okay.
And the technology is important because it facilitates many things in our daily lives. That's all.
That's all? Okay.
It's like a homeschool, and that's all.
Okay. That's it. Thank you. Anyone else?
Teacher.
Yes, dear.
Yo.
Come on, Moises.
Technology is important because no one dies. Every really has access to in it is much easier to get information or a product. No sé.
Okay. Mhm. Thank you. Next. Okay, Mare, I probably need you to tell us that rather than writing it. I need to hear it, dear. So tell us.
Okay. I consider the technology is very important for us because it allows us to communicate it, study, work, the like, and this allows us to grow as people and as professionals.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Then Andrea, Luis, Emiret, Carlos, Mariana.
Me, teacher.
Okay.
I think the technology help to adapt to the society and to connect to the people, and that's it, teacher.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, Carlos, would you like to try?
Yes, I think the technology is important to us because it's a great tool to communication and investigation. It's more easy to live with that.
Thank you. Next, Luis.
Yes, teacher. I think the technology is very important because right now is the best tool for everything, for our job, for our activities, for everything. And that's all.
Okay. Is anyone missing? Paulina, have you already done? Emireth? Nobody else? Well, so this is, okay. Thank you. And that is Mariana. Well, listen carefully. The purpose of this exercise is, remember that eventually we will be having an oral exam. And that oral exam, during the partial exams, will be oral exam. I will be evaluating your fluency, your accuracy. So this is how correct you speak, your grammar, obviously with vocabulary, and then your pronunciation. So those are the same aspects that I am considering here in this exercise. I will send you the feedback individually for those people who have already participated. For the ones who have not, they will have to stay here until they do it, or I won't let you go. But consider this. Try to do this activity individually. I mean, it's a good idea if you take a topic and then you start thinking about how much I can probably say about this topic. For example, my favorite movie. Think about it. It says, okay, what can I probably say about my favorite movie? Well, and then, okay, and then time yourselves, right? I mean, test yourselves as if you were talk about my favorite movie, and then start doing it. And says, okay, well, I like all kinds of movies, but definitely my favorite movie is this. Like it, don't give me tales like, and the movie's about two romantic people. No, forget it. I mean, and I like this movie because I think it's nice, or I like the plot, or I enjoy the topic, or whatever. Okay, so this is a very good exercise that you can do individually at home. I will put out there on the Brighter Space, and that is going to be your very first exercise. There is one section in Brighter Space where it says forum. Let me see if I can. Oh my God, what time is it? Yes, I still have time. Okay, let me see if I can share it with you. There in the forum, I will put one topic, and then you will have to type now, yes, Mare, now, yes, there in the forum, you will type, and then you will give me your answer about that forum. One extra point for the very first quiz. Ese forum que ustedes contesten allá en el Bright Space, en la sección de forums, donde van a ver una pregunta, me van a poder ustedes tipear su respuesta y ahí sí van a poner lo que ustedes quieran. Ese forum yo lo voy a leer y lo que voy a dar es un punto por la calificación del quiz. Es decir, si ustedes en el quiz, en el primer quiz que tengamos, se sacan en el forum teacher, entonces la teacher me va a poner un 10 de calificación en el quiz. Si en el quiz yo saqué un 5, pero no participé en el forum, me quedo con ese 5 en el quiz. ¿Me expliqué?
¿Lo puede repetir otra vez más, teacher? Porque se trabó.
Sí, Moisés, claro que sí. En el Bright Space, en la sección de forums, voy a poner una pregunta. Esa pregunta ustedes la van a contestar, obviamente, en la pregunta en español, porque no se la voy a tomar en cuenta. Una vez que ustedes contesten, hagan de cuenta, así como ahorita, si ustedes voltean al chat del Zoom, Mare no, me puso la respuesta a la pregunta que yo le hice. Y la pregunta fue, why do you think technology is important? ¿Quién sabe qué más dije? Nowadays o algo así. Y viene Mare y contesta, I consider that technology is very important for us because it allows us to communicate, study, work daily. Y punto. Es exactamente lo mismo que yo en el, sorry Mare, te tomo como ejemplo, pero con todo respeto. Hagan de cuenta que en el forum yo puse, why do you think technology is important for us nowadays? Y esta es la participación de Mare en el forum. ¿Sí me expliqué? Por esa participación, cuando yo entre al forum y lo revise, le voy a dar a Mare un punto en el primer quiz que nosotros tengamos. Quien no participe, no pasa nada, pero no le doy ese punto. Quédele claro. Y tampoco le doy el punto. Ahora, ¿cuándo voy a abrir el forum? Lo voy a abrir apenas hasta hoy en la noche. ¿Cuándo lo van a poder contestar? Todo el día de mañana. ¿Cuándo se va a cerrar? El sábado. El sábado yo no le voy a calificar el forum a nadie. ¿Listo? ¿Qué voy a hacer en el forum? Únicamente voy a contestar la pregunta que la teacher ponga. ¿Cuál es la pregunta? No lo sé. Hasta que ustedes vean la pregunta, ahí lo van a poder contestar. No quiero, por favor, muchachos, traducción. Quiero ver la esencia de su inglés ahí. ¿Qué es tanto lo que yo puedo expresar? Eso es lo que yo quiero ver ahí. ¿Listos? ¿Preguntas?
Yes.
¿Vamos bien?
Yo tengo una pregunta.
Sí.
O sea, el sábado ya no podemos contestar o el sábado es el último día para contestar. Es lo que no entendí.
Pues mira, yo pretendo dejarlo todo el día de mañana. ¿Crees tú que si ustedes creen que lo necesitan, díganme. ¿Lo dejo abierto hasta el sábado?
Sí, Miss.
Porfa, si yo llevo mañana, pues no voy a estar mucho tiempo en mi casa.
Ah, ok, correcto. Muy bien, correcto. No hay ningún problema. Chicos, ustedes tengan toda la libertad del mundo de decirme y de comentarme lo que ustedes necesiten. ¿Listos? Yo no soy ninguna intransigente ni de que, no. Entonces, dependemos mucho de cómo estamos en esta situación y yo les extiendo toda la confianza del mundo. Si yo mañana no les basta, con toda confianza, díganme, teacher, ¿sabe qué? No sé, mi computadora está descompuesta, podría ponerlo hasta el sábado y con todo gusto lo pongo hasta el sábado. Entonces lo voy a dejar viernes y sábado. ¿Estamos claros? Sábado, ¿hasta qué horas? Hasta las 12 de la noche. ¿Sí? ¿Correcto? Para que todo el mundo tenga la oportunidad de entrar y contestar.
Gracias, Miss.
Oye, Miss.
Ok, no de nada. Michelle creo que también nos quería hablar. ¿Qué pasó, Michelle?
¿El forum va a estar en el contenido de Bright Space o...?
Entras al Bright Space, hay una sección que dice forums, ahí lo voy a poner.
Ok. Yeah.
Sí, de hecho así se llama, o bueno, foro, a lo mejor está en español, no lo sé, yo lo veo como forum, pero ahí va a estar. Chicos, voy a organizar también una clase de Google Classroom, porque ahí es donde voy a subir las tareas. ¿Por qué en el Google Classroom? Porque en el Google Classroom se me facilita un poquito más que checarlas en el Bright Space. Sin embargo, yo voy a avisar cuando la asignación esté hecha y cuando las empecemos a subir. A necesitar es registrarse con el correo de Anáhuac porque es con la cuenta con la que voy a abrir el Google Classroom de allá. Pero eso ya se los explicaré más adelante. Bien, preguntas entonces. Chicos, mande.
We have to this Friday or this Saturday for
answering the
photo.
photo. Yes. And what are you?
But I don't understand good the day. The Saturday or the Friday?
No, dear, you have both days.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Do it tomorrow. If you want to do it on Saturday, do it on Saturday. It's the same. Yes, is that okay, Roberto?
Yes, Miss, thanks.
Well, any other question?
I think about no, teacher.
No? So in that case, Noemi, we say, I don't think so.
Oh.
No yet. I don't think so. Muy bien. ¿Por qué no nos vamos a llevar tareita? Bueno, porque nos queda claro entonces que ya repasamos relative clause del who, porque necesito moverme para los otros relative clauses. El vocabulario de technology lo voy a subir, ya saben, en contenido de Private Space para que cada quien lo tenga, pero no es tarea. Es para que entren, lo chequen, lo revisen y lo tengan para ustedes. Igual lo que hicimos la primera clase. ¿Listos?
Miss, ¿qué tan largo tiene que ser la respuesta de lo del foro?
¿De qué? ¿Del forum?
Sí. ¿Qué tan largo tiene que ser?
Ok, ahí lo voy a poner.
Ok.
No te preocupes. Pero sí tampoco, no se trata de que me escribas la historia de tu vida. No te preocupes. Muy bien, chicos, paso a lista. Si no menciono a alguien, dígame. Y a quien vaya mencionando puede ir saliendo.